And to continue with this video, my friends, let's talk about Paquetá here. What craziness, what a turnaround. Flamengo managed to reach an agreement with the player. We'll discuss this now. Everyone's confident after Flamengo arrived. They tried to deny it, but we'll share the details here. Now, I want to let you know you can secure your spot at Flamengo's 2026 games. Promising, huh? Flamengo wasn't planning to sign anyone, right? They weren't going to sign anyone. People were upset. Just look at Flamengo bringing Paquetá back. Now is your chance to secure your spot at Flamengo's games this season. So look for Aroldo's Caravan right now. I'll also leave the contacts for Aroldo's Caravan here in the pinned comment and in the description. They won't leave you outside. You'll get to follow Mango and make your dream come true. The important games of the year already start with the Recopa, Supercopa, Carioca, Brasileirão, Copa do Brasil, Libertadores. Flamengo is chasing several titles and you can join Aroldo's Caravan. Watch the video. Friends, let's go. Look, it's been busy. It started off busy today with this possibility of Lucas Paquetá at Flamengo, okay? It's already a situation that a lot of people talk about, right? About Lucas Paquetá coming back. And we always say it's very difficult because of the financial issue, right? Even the club's own directors say that given his current value, they only believe he'll come in a future negotiation in the next transfer window or in the case of a new contract. They believe Lucas Paquetá still has strong demand in Europe, so his next contract will be with a European club. But Flamengo is competing at another level, right? Flamengo has $1 billion, as BAP himself said, to spend. Obviously, they won't want to spend too much. But Flamengo is able to bring in a player still excelling in English football. I'm not even talking about Europe, just the Premier League. And what happened today? I'm going to tell you right now what we found out early this morning. This possibility of Lucas Paquetá came up on websites that talk about West Ham and even some major sites like The Guardian, right? A huge newspaper. The Guardian said that Lucas Paquetá asked not to play for West Ham in the Football Association Cup in the English League and that he wants to return to Flamengo. This is news from The Guardian, guys. It's not just anyone, man. This is The Guardian bringing this news about Paquetá. So it's important for us to talk about this. We come here like always and say, guys, red and black greetings. This is Flamengo. Welcome to the Paparazzo Rubro-Negro channel. If you're new, please follow, like, and share on all platforms. On YouTube, subscribe, turn on notifications, and like the video. It's surprisingly fun because the return of Lucas Paquetá. And to top it off, look at that, I'm telling you, Fabrizio Romano, here we go. Lucas Paquetá coming back to Flamengo. Look at that, look at this. Fabrizio Romano posting that Lucas Paquetá has reached an agreement with Flamengo in personal terms, right? I'm going to do a perfect translation here, okay? Look, translating the post is let's go back here quickly, okay? Yeah, my friends, this is unbelievable. Fabrizio Romano, you know he rarely makes mistakes, right? Yeah, Lucas Paquetá and Flamengo have agreed on personal terms. Everything's finalized on his end. Paquetá wants to go back to Brazil and talks with West Ham are underway. The player is pushing for this to happen, right? Fabrizio Romano's information confirms it, okay? And I already started freaking out here. People are talking. I started freaking out here. And Flamengo says it's unlikely. Sources close to Flamengo say it's very difficult, that they believe it would only happen in a future contract. Flamengo keeps insisting that it's unlikely, right? We already know Flamengo's unlikely, but they say it's unlikely. Okay, honestly, it's the... So, Gilma, honestly, look, I'm also getting information here from sources connected to Flamengo saying that the inside information is that the player is really trying to return to the club and reveal that there is already an agreement with the Red-Black board. The whole issue is the high amounts requested by the English club. And Flamengo didn't like that this leaked. That's why Flamengo, look at this. Flamengo would be saying that it's difficult and all that, denying it because they know that everything could make Lucas Paqueta's arrival even harder. So Fabrizio Romano brought us this information, making it clear that this news first came out in England. I even saw it in The Guardian before Fabrizio Romano. But if he's bringing the information, it's because the deal is legit. The English are talking about this possible departure. Earlier, TalkSport also reported that he was on borrowed time at West Ham, according to information from major outlets, tabloids, and so on. A West Ham source confirmed it. The Brazilian midfielder, left out of the Football Association Cup win over Queen's Park Rangers, said he wants to return to his home country soon. But there's no guarantee it will happen in this transfer window. The strongest rumors are about Flamengo's interest. If there's one thing we know, it's that in Brazil, Paquetá would only play for his beloved club, okay? So, West Ham, on the other hand, is showing resistance to negotiating him at this moment, both because of the sporting context and the fear of setting a precedent for other transfer requests. The club plans to reassess the situation only in the next transfer window in the middle of the year, although a high offer could change things. Paquetá hasn't commented on the rumors, and a reliable source near West Ham says it's just speculation and he's still focused. But man, where there's smoke, there's fire, okay? I really believe in the player's desire. I believe in the player's desire. Through sources connected to the board, Flamengo assures that any movement only happened in previous years, while the player was dealing with problems with the Football Association, still making it clear that if there's a market opportunity, the club's doors are always open. Look at what he says, but in my opinion, his next contract still won't be with us, maybe later, so it's unlikely. They're still dodging questions about Lucas Paquetá, but we know it's very important information, both from The Guardian and Fabrizio Romano, that Lucas Paquetá is trying and would already have an agreement with Flamengo. We also spoke with a source connected to the board who, after all this came out, also said that the deal is really happening. We talked to a source connected to the board. After everything that just came out, this person said it's true. But we don't like that this started to leak because it could get in the way, so the deal is really happening. Fabrizio Romano confirmed information from The Guardian. And when he speaks, we know it carries weight because of everything he's already reported. Here we go, and now we just have to hope, man, just hope. Sources close to Flamengo tried to deny it, but they don't try to deny it anymore. I don't know if they'll look for some journalists to say it's not true, but the information I have is that the deal is really happening. And the main concern is the amount that West Ham is going to ask for. Flamengo is taking all the necessary precautions to try to lower the situation. Why? So they don't have to pay too much to West Ham. It's not in Flamengo's interest for the deal to get huge proportions exactly, but with Flamengo, there's no way. It's already leaked. Now everyone is talking, including us. We're following here the recent buzz about the news from Fabrizio Romano. Let me also check the fans' comments here. Look, let's go just... For the love of God, let it work out. Paqueta's little play. The voices are already in my head. If they wanted to pay 30 million euros for Caio, Jorge pays 30 for Paquetá. Felipe Souza said he's worth much more. Yeah. Look, just grabbing the important news here. I'm already getting my hopes up. Look, I'll grab a few more comments here. Anderson Fernandez, I'm already getting my hopes up. I'm getting my hopes up. RBS, 30 high values, just pay and bring the kid. It'll be a lot. F. Paquetá is returning. People are already singing the little song, right, Felipe? Our wall, Leo Mora on the side. That little song Paquetá used to sing when he was a kid. I'll even pin it here. The good son returns home. We call Paquetá. I'll pin it here too. Very good. Okay, Paquetá. At Mengão, Mr. David Moreno. Roberto Mora, great name. Age still helps. Jorginho may stop next year. I'm not sure. He controls the entire midfield and excels at finishing and passing. I agree. Come back home. A lot of people are asking for you to come back home. Yeah. Flamengo tries and others take him. Man, it's not like that, huh? It's not like that. Do you think Flamengo is the same as it was a while ago to say that? Okay. Do you think Flamengo is still the same? Earlier, we said a source close to Flamengo's management denied it, right? We still said, look, I even put it in my post earlier, even as they denied it. Check this out. For its part, Flamengo, through a source close to the management, guarantees that any movement only happened in previous years. That's what I just read to you now. But in my opinion, his next contract still won't be with us, maybe later, said the source close to the management. That was earlier, before all of this blew up, right? From Fabrizio Romano and others. So I asked fans, is now a good time to bring Lucas Paquetá back home? Now, why? I thought where there's smoke, there's fire, right, guys? If Fabrizio Romano's news hadn't come out, people would accuse me of trying to fool everyone by mentioning this. We obviously have to listen to both sides, see what they're saying, and also believe them, right? Because whether we like it or not, what Flamengo fan wouldn't want Paquetá back? There's Davi Nunes. He says he's better than Gerson. They have to bring him and Almada. It's a must. If they don't, he won't bring Almada. Man, having Paquetá again would be a dream. It's time to come back home. The little guy is man, just to keep doing those little dances. There really are people rooting against him, but seriously, I can't believe it. I can't believe it. Go back home, Lucas Paquetá, as long as it's not to Flamengo. It could be anything but that, man. That's definitely earlier, right? A lot of people are asking for him and Almada, man, but he and Almada aren't coming, right, my friends? He and Almada aren't coming. Flamengo. And what's really going to matter for Paquetá coming is definitely the World Cup issue too, right? Now, Flamengo would really be something. If Flamengo signs Paquetá and also brings in a top striker, then that's it. There's no stopping them. That's it. Flamengo wants to dominate football, even if it's just South American football. Flamengo wants to be five-time Libertadores champions. That's what it's going to be. I'm impressed, man. I'm really impressed here. Look, Danilo will undergo evaluation at Flamengo and should only be available for the Supercopa, okay? The hero of our fourth Libertadores title, he will undergo a detailed evaluation by Flamengo's medical department. And at first, he should only be available to the coaching staff for the Supercopa. The defender played in the last months of 2025 dealing with a problem in his left knee, which requires caution in planning his return to the field. Okay, so important information there about Danilo is that Flamengo returns today, right? Vacation's over. They're returning to the Jorge Elal Training Center to start the 2025-2026 season. The schedule includes a press conference with members of the coaching staff at 2:30 post-meridium, followed by the first field activity of the year, set for 4 post-meridium. So Flamengo is coming back. I want to remind you that you can secure your car rental in Florida with Maps Rent a Car. Okay, I'll leave it there. In the pinned comment, they mentioned the Cybertruck and luxury cars. You can choose a car starting from just over $70, so get in touch with Maps if you're coming to Florida to rent your car. Also, let me make it clear that you can lose weight in a healthy way. With Mais Cabello has the Mais Slim program, and I'll leave it there for you too. In the pinned comment in the description, everything you need is there for you to get in touch. There's always a Mais Cabello near you, anywhere in Brazil. All right, we're always here reminding you to subscribe to the channel, turn on notifications by clicking the bell, and leave a cool like on the video. You really help our work a lot, so share it, man. Spread the news. It's important, right? This possible return of Lucas Paquetá. I'm excited about this possibility and hope it happens. Are you supporting Paquetá's return? Tell us in the comments. Is it worth paying 40, 35, or 30 million euros even if it's expensive? Should a player be included in the deal? Would you sign Lucas Paquetá? The fans are out there commenting, excited about his return. There are 1 or 2 people who I think are speaking against it, but most are in favor of Lucas Paquetá coming back to Mengo. We're together. Subscribe to the channel, turn on notifications by clicking the bell, and leave a cool like on the video. Red and black greetings. This is Flamengo, all right?